We're back with something new today, and I'm also very excited to check this out. We're going to check this out together.
I'm excited for this one today.
Yes,
once.
He has a lot of CDs, so this is a great one for him. This is the FiiO DM15 CD Player. We haven't checked this one out yet. We haven't tested this one. So today we're going to unbox it, and then we're going to take a couple of days to try it. We're both going to try it, and we'll come back and tell you what we think.
This is like a FiiO movie.
Yeah. You got a pretty big CD collection now.
I have at least 12 CDs.
No, he has more than that. He has quite a few. All right, let's get right into it because you want to check this out. Right at the recording of this video, and I don't know, this could change, listed on Amazon for $270. So it's a fairly expensive CD player. Now, is it good? We'll see. All right, let's check it out. So, well, quick start guide. Yep, we know that. So a lot here, pretty detailed. This thing has a lot of features. This is a pretty heavy
quality book.
It actually really is.
It's like
a really
$10 at
book.
the book fair.
I know. Here's something we saw on one of the other FiiO products. This is a screen protector. I think this one has a screen protector.
That's nice.
On it.
That's good that they.
This is nice that they give you this. Some more information. All right, let's get right into the CD player itself. All right. Okay. There is already a protector on here, but I think that might be just an extra one. So here we go. We'll try to get you the.
Oh, never mind.
And that
then you
was
don't
just
need it.
a protector.
They tried with the packaging.
Yeah.
It's a nice some drawings of stuff on there. Sure.
All right, we're gonna get back to the player. Let's finish. We have a lot to talk about with that. I knew this was in here, but I'm actually really kind of impressed by this.
Yeah.
So it comes with a remote, and you know, it's small, kind of plasticky remote, but this is really cool that this comes with this. Oh boy, I messed. Oh, feet. Oh, more feet for the bottom. Extra feet, in case you need those. Don't eat that. Okay. Okay, they have an adapter here, so this would be for attaching to other types of headphones or to maybe your shelf system.
That's what we got to get, a shelf system. I like that idea.
One of the things about this type of quality equipment was we would have these giant bookshelf size.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, with stands,
components.
With stands like that on the camera and everything. Breaking the fourth wall.
They can't see that.
I'm breaking the fourth wall.
USB-C, no surprise there.
This one's nice and...
that one's a little better. Nice. That's a better quality USB-C than we usually see.
It's not getting thrown. How's the build quality?
All right, check that out. Tell them what you think.
Oh, it's heavy.
It is a little bit heavy.
I'm glad it's heavy. This seems like it's well built.
It does. It's aluminum chassis, fully aluminum except for that glass top. We'll give you some closer looks here at the controls. We'll go through all of these and talk about some of the key points. I gotta say, FiiO. We did a video on FiiO. One of our first videos was the FiiO Echo Mini and the cassette player. It was this right here.
Yeah.
This was one of our first videos that we've ever done.
It's great.
And I loved it. And I loved the Echo Mini. It's been blown away by the quality of the devices so far.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And this has got that same feel. The DM15 uses FiiO's in-house R2R resistor ladder DAC. The R2R allows this to function as a desktop DAC, not just a CD transport. And the result is clean, detailed, natural-sounding audio that feels purpose-built for CDs. And we think it sounds outstanding. First thing you notice is the full aluminum chassis. The build feels premium, really feels high quality. The lid lifts from the side and you've got a snap-on spindle right here for the disc. The lid is a magnetic closure as well. Drop in a CD, snap it on, close the lid, and playback starts automatically, which is a nice feature. This has a real volume knob, which Nick and I both really appreciate. It's a stepped metal knob, so it clicks through levels cleanly instead of using tiny buttons. Transport controls are right here on the front too. They are small though, and I think that will definitely be a negative for some people. However, there is an included remote, which we'll talk about in a minute. We really like the clean LCD that shows volume, track number, and playback time. The LCD also shows the EQ settings. If you want quick sound shaping, there are built-in EQ presets. Jazz, pop, rock, dance, classic, hip-hop, retro, or you can turn it off completely. Up front, you've got both headphone outputs, a 4.4 balanced output for Sirius headphones, and FiiO rates it at up to 660 milliwatts per channel. You also have a 3.5 millimeter output. And this is probably Nick's favorite part. This is the magic bass switch. You can turn it off, turn on bass low or bass high. It's basically a bass boost you can toggle. There is a clear response when you're using this. Nick prefers heavy bass, so he really liked having this available. Now for the inputs, you can switch between CD playback and USB input here. It supports basically what you'd expect: CDs, CDR and RW, FLAC, WAVE, AAC, MP3. You also get USB CD ripping, desktop mode, and yes, gapless playback. Now for some output options, you have the SPI out. This sends a pure digital signal out of the player to an external DAC. In this mode, the internal R2R DAC is completely bypassed, and the DM15 works as a true CD transport. Next is the BT out, which is the Bluetooth out. This sends the CD audio wirelessly over Bluetooth. And then there's the pre-out. This uses DM15's internal R2R DAC and sends a fixed level analog signal to an amp or powered speakers. Now let's take a look at the back. There's a dedicated desktop mode switch so it can run as a desk unit without relying on battery. Battery life is about 10 hours, and let's be honest, most people aren't going to use this as a portable CD player, so a lot of people will just leave this plugged into USB-C. This is the ESP switch, electronic skip protection, and the key thing here is that you can turn it off. You've got a multifunction output jack that handles analog line out, coaxial, and optical digital output. There's also a dedicated 4.4mm balance line output if you're feeding a higher-end amp or system. This USB port does two things. It lets the DM15 work as a USB DAC for digital audio input, and it also lets you rip CDs directly to USB without using a computer. This is actually really timely because we've been reviewing a lot of digital audio players lately. It's clear there is a movement back to physical media and in many cases DAPs. And what we've noticed is that a lot of younger users have never ripped CDs, so they don't really know how to build a digital music library. We've been getting a ton of questions about that in the comments, especially on our social media posts. So the answer here is yes, the DM15 can rip your CDs to digital files on USB, giving you files you can transfer to a digital audio player. You also get this remote. The remote is a huge plus because our only real complaint about this player is the tiny front buttons. They work fine, but they're very small. But with the remote, that problem disappears. And what's great is you can control everything on the player, even change settings and EQs right from the remote, and leave this plugged in on your desktop or shelf all the time. So that's the DM15. We think it has a premium build. It has great real outputs, Bluetooth, switchable ESP, onboard EQ and bass boost, and that R2R ladder DAC built in. This is a tabletop or shelf system, and that's exactly why we love it. It reminds me of those old shelf systems we grew up with, just much smaller and has better sound. It's definitely for sitting down, putting in a disc, and actually spending some time with your collection. And if that's what you're after, this thing absolutely delivers. All right, so we're jumping back in here. It's been a few days. Three days testing this out. We've got some of the things here that we've been testing it with.
I was not using the Billboard top 100 hits of 1985.
Yes, one of my many old CDs that I still have is the Billboard Top Hits of '85. You were not born yet. I was not even that old.
You were like what, like 7?
7, yeah. No. Depends. Again, don't listen to social media.
2 comments said you're 93.
No, they said 60 or 70. We're actually going to have you go first today for your review. What'd you think?
Hall of Famer.
Wow.
It is a 10 out of 10. It's compact, it's premium, it's simple where it needs to be, and it's totally well done on every single front it possibly could have.
So this is your first Hall of Fame?
Yes, it sounds better, noticeably better than streaming, especially because I was using CDs from older albums. I think that stands out. I think everything they do is right. I mean, you're paying a good amount for it, but you're getting what you pay for and then some, I think.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Not quite Hall of Fame, but very high score. Very highly recommended. I'm going to just tell you a couple of things about why it's not a Hall of Fame for me. The only real reason is it's not as portable as I think they're trying to say it to be. This is more of a desktop, tabletop, shelf system CD player. But for that, I love it. I love pairing it with the Marshall speaker. This is super high quality, sounds fantastic. The build quality alone is really unbelievable. And I'm very picky. I'm probably more picky than he is.
These are similar. These are both built really well.
We love these two now because these are such high quality. My only other negative is the buttons on the front are kind of tiny.
That's because your fingers are huge. Because you can't take away from them.
But I love this. I love the remote. So that kind of balances that off. I use this more than I use the touch on the front of the player. So 9 out of 10 again for me. Hall of Fame from Nick, his first Hall of Fame. This is on Amazon right now for about $270. I'll put the link in the description.
Subscribe so you can be in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Yep.
That is quite an outro.
Yep.
Bye.